What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Now, on Wednesday, we actually did a League Cup report where I got second place, and one of the suggestions, or one of my ideas, was should I play this for a video for Saturday? And yeah, sure, why not? So let's play it for video Saturday. The new Crimson Invasion is legal, so I really want to spend Thursday covering a different deck. So today, we are going to play this Zoroark deck. We're going to play 3 games with it. If you want to see me break it down, I'll leave a link down below to Wednesday's video where I break down the deck a little bit more and talk more about it. So let's go to Versus, and we're just going to play 3 games in Expanded with Zoroark and see what happens with this. So, we're playing Mila 116, playing some kind of dark grass deck. Now, like I said, Crimson Invasion is legal, so we might see some of those decks come out and play. And we won the coin flip, which is great, because we want to go first, get multiple Zoras on the field. Or Zoroark, and there we go. We got a Grimer, we got a Zora. And I think we're going to put Zora in the active spot. We already have DC, and we have a Ultra Ball for next turn as well. We can just grab like a straight Shaman, and maybe go for a Tapu Lele. We start with both our bridges turn 1, and there is a Zora for my opponent as well. Goodness gracious. Alright, so we'll bridge it, and with the bridge it, we're actually just going to get 2 Zoras. That's all we can get, because we prized 1. And then we're going to put down Sudowoodo. And then we're just going to pass the turn. My opponent's turn. We're going to limit his bench down to 4, which is kind of what happened in the finals of my city championships, or not my Chinese championships, my League Cup. Was that whoever got Sudowoodo down first was kind of better. I think we're playing against a Golisopod deck, though, which is going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. So there's a DC on the active. There's a Bridget. Now, he put the DC in the active. We can easily knock this out next turn. We get Zoroark GX. We're already doing we're doing way much already. Enough damage already. Tapu Koko, Wimpod, and a Zora. So yeah, it is the Zoroark deck. And there's a Ram. Going to do that 20 damage and on to our turn. Alright. So we get a Skyfield. I like my hand a lot, but we need to, I think we get an Ultra Ball and discard the Stretcher and Bridget. And grab, I think I'm going to grab a Shaman here and just set up for 6 new cards. We could get Lele and just Wonder Tag for a Sycamore, but we can Shaman and then hit a supporter card and play even more cards. Yeah, we're going to grab the Shaman right now. I think this is a fine play. Put a DC on the active. We'll put a Skyfoot out, and we're going to Shaman for 6 new cards. And let's see, what do we find here? What 6 new cards do we get? And alright, so we find a Lele and a Grimer. So we're going to put down the Lele, and with the Lele, we are going to use Wonder Tag. We're going to grab a course, and going to draw a bunch of cards. Luckily, we hit the Lele. There is a bunch of out supporter cards, so it's not, not too crazy to hit a course. But here we go, course. Going to get 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we hit the Zoroark GX. Alright, so we're looking good. So put down the Zoroark GX. We'll discard the Zoroark. Okay, so discard the Zoroark. And get 2 new cards. See, what do we find here? We find an Ultra Ball. Alright, so I'm going to Ultra Ball. And I'm going to discard the Sycamore. And I kind of want to discard the Field Blower. But then we discard the Grimer. I think that's fine to put in the discard pile right now. We'll grab a second Zoroark GX. But there's really nothing we need to trade for. I need to keep everything in our hand. And, yeah, we're just going to take a knockout here. So we're going to Riot his beating for the knockout. We're doing plenty of damage, do 140. Now, can we knock out a Golisopod? And the answer is actually, yes, we can knock out a Golisopod. It has 210 HP, and Zoroark can easily do 210, which is great. So we see Tapu Koko. Now, one thing we had to be kind of scared of is my opponent could put a Zoroark and actually Mind Jack us. So do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. It would do 190 damage. Alright, so there's a Grass and there's a Wimpod. Can he find the Golisopod? And if he does, we're in a weird situation. I think we still just try to knock it out. There's a Choice Band going to the bench. There's Super Rod. Gonna shuffle Zora back into the deck. That's all he has in discard pile. He must have a Sycamore, and that's why he's playing it. Oh, there's actually an in. I thought he'd play a Sycamore here, because he used the Super Rod kind of early. But we'll get 5 new cards. We have the trade. There's an Acerola, actually. And Acerola could be really fantastic here. We can Acerola pick up the damage to Zoroark if he does swing, which it does look like he's going to swing it to us. There's a Zoroark hitting the field. There is a trade. Going to discard a card from his hand, draw 2 new cards. But if we can fill our bench up in the active, we actually do 180 plus Choice Band, which is 210, which can knock out this Golisopod GX. Alright, so see first impression for 150. And on to our turn, can we find a way to heal up all of our Pokemon? Alright, so we have an Ultra Ball, so I'm going to Ultra Ball, I'm going to discard the Skyfield and the Muck. Okay, we're going to grab a Pokemon, so we'll just grab like we'll just grab another Grimer. Alright. We will trade to discard the Guzma to draw 2 new cards. Okay. There's a Verse Seeker and a Verse Seeker. Alright, so we will trade again. Alright, so we discard the Acerola. We need to find one more Pokemon here to take a knockout, and we find one. Alright, cool. And we get a Stretcher as well, but we're definitely not going to put the Stretcher. We're going to put down the Grimer, put down the Lele, and yeah, we are going to Wonder Tag just to get a supporter card of our deck, because we really doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to grab the N, just so we don't draw into it, or just, you know. I guess we could have maybe grabbed Guzma, but now we're going to VS Seeker for an Acerola. And we're kind of play like Glitspot's game right now. So we'll Acerola, pick up our Zoroark, send up the other Zoroark. And also, we get to go for another trade here if we want to. So put down a Zoroark, we'll put down the Zora, we'll put a Choice Band on the active, put a DC on that guy. We'll trade again, since we did discard, or put it back in our hand. We'll trade and discard the end, draw 2 new cards. There's a Zoroark and a Guzma, and now we'll go for the Righteous Beating for the knockout, doing 210, going down to 4 prize cards. But like I said, the one thing we have to worry about now is our opponent could easily knock us out with the Mind Jack Zoroark, but if he does that, we can easily retaliate, and there's a Victory Screen coming down. Really, not much he could do. I don't know if he plays the Mind Jack Zoroark. He might just play like one of them or something. But yeah, that was a pretty good game there. Can we see our opponent's deck? And we can see his deck, and it looks like he actually does not even play the Mind Jack Zoroark, so there's no way he could have knocked us out. And if he swung with the Glitspod, we could have easily knocked him back out. He played Skyfield of his own, so that doesn't really matter. Field Blower, only one of them, so it really didn't matter too much. And yeah, so see, another game that was pretty good setup there. And kind of see how the deck could function, how we use the Acerola kind of combo thing. We kind of did that against Glitspod, which felt really funny because Glitspod does use that Acerola strategy a lot. And here's Jack Lives Matter. It looks like he's playing a Darkrai deck, and I think Darkrai is like almost an auto win. I know that's kind of weird saying that. I hate saying that decks are auto wins, but it's a pretty good matchup. Just because they can't really one-shot you, it's really hard for them to one-shot your Zoroark, so you have 210 HP. Also, you can play down Sudowoodo, limit their bench if you want to go that way, but we really don't want to limit their bench too much, because we want them to have a bunch so we can abuse our Mind Jack Zoroark. And make them we can take knockouts with our non-EX Pokemon. We'll press done. And right now, we're looking at a great hand already. And there's a Darkrai GX. So go for that Tapu Lele. We'll use the Wonder Tag. Going to search for a Bridget here. Alright. I got 2 Zoras, which I think that's all I'm going to grab, really. It's just 2 Zoras. Really, Muck is good. I'm not going to lie to you. Muck is good in this match. So maybe we'll just grab like a Zora and a Muck. Or Grimer. Muck in here. Yeah, Muck's in here. The Mind Jack Zoroark's in here. So we're looking good. So we'll just grab those 2 right now. And we'll press it done until our opponent's turn. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Going to draw a card. And it depends on what we top deck here. Or what he does as well. If he puts down a bunch of bench Pokemon, we can punish him with a Mind Jack for the knockout. We can maybe go for that Zoroark Righteous Beating for the knockout. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see Compressor. Probably going to discard some Dark Patches or some Dark Energies. Maybe the Darkrai GX. And there we see a Juniper and a Dark Energy and a Darkrai GX. And there's a Restoration automatically coming down, which I do not like in this situation. I don't see the need of it. Because, like, unless he's going in here or something, of course, I don't see the point of Restoration right now. Yeah, so there's a Shima coming down. Okay, looks like he's going to fill some of his bench up. He's going to Dark Patch. Looks like he's going to try to go for the turn 1 Dark Cleave, maybe. So Dark Energy, so wasted a Dark Patch. There's a Laser, and he's going to shape him for 6 new cards. He really wants to go for this Dark Cleave. Looks like he doesn't want to go the Dark Pulse route. Looks like he wants to go the Dark Cleave route, which can still knock out a Zora, and then like a Laser later on can knock us out. And yeah, that is possible. So there's an Ultra Ball. Going to discard 2 cards from his hand. This is a Restoration of Dark Patch, so he still has an energy attachment for the turn. He can add more Dark Patches, maybe Max Elixir. There we see discarding another Dark Energy and a Juniper. They find the Dark Cloak Darkrai, and if he has a Dark Patch and energy attachment, he can easily take a knockout this turn. So there's a Dark Patch going to Darkrai, and it looks like our opponent will get a turn 1 knockout. Alright, so Dark Energy, Laser. So that's a second Laser, which could be really good for us because he has played 2 of those. He probably plays 4, but the lasers are definitely for the dead end GX. So see a Juniper. Can he find a good old Dark Energy? There's a Dark Energy active. We'll see Retreat, and we'll see a Dark Cleave for the knockout. Now, unfortunately, our opponent did not put down a bunch of bench Pokemon. He only put 3, so Mind Jack only does 100, so it's not really good for us. With the Grimer on the active spot, to our turn, what do we find? We find a Guzma. Right, so I'm going to Floatstone the active. I'm going to Ultra Ball. I'm going to discard the Guzma, and I kind of want to keep the Ultra Ball, but I think we'll keep it in our hand. And the reason why is I want to be able to draw into another Pokemon, maybe if needed. I am going to grab a Shaman EX. Okay. We'll put a DC on the bench Zora, and we'll go for Shaman. Going to set it for 5 new cards. And what we're looking for is maybe a Sky. We're definitely looking for a Skyfield this turn. There's a Zoroark and a Muck. Alright, so Muck is definitely good right now. But we're going to have to play this hand kind of weird. We're going to have to Ultra Ball, discard the Muck and Zoroark GX to find a Tapu Lele. Okay. And we're going to Tapu Lele. I think we're going to... Okay, well, okay. How many Pokemon is on this bench? 3. So we'll probably go for Colress here. Just get 8 new cards. So yeah, we'll grab the Lele. We will Stretcher. And we'll put 3 Pokemon for discard pile back into our deck. So we'll put 1, 2, and 3. Alright, those are some good cards to put in the deck. We'll put down the Tapu Lele. We'll use the Wonder Tag. Yes, we'll grab a Colress. And we're going to Colress for 8 new cards. Alright, can we find some more Pokemon to knock out this Darkrai GX? So put on the Zoroark GX. We will Colress. We're going to shuffle in and get 8 new cards. Let's see, what do we find here? We find a... Okay, I think we almost have the knockout. Spit down the Skyfield. We will trade to discard the Cairn. Draw 2 more cards. Alright, there's a Grimer. Alright, so let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can put down the Zoroark. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 160. We'll trade to discard the Sycamore. Going to draw 2 new cards. I'm looking for like a Choice Band or something. There's a Zora, so put that down. And now we have all of our Zoras out. We're good to go. Retreat, and we will take a knockout with the Riotous Beating. So turn 2, doing Riotous Beating for 180. Going down to 4 prize cards. Alright, so that's just how good this deck is. It might seem impossible, but we've seen both games so far. We've easily set up. The trade component has really helped us out a lot. Just being able to draw building cards is good as well. And now we're looking good. Alright, so Restoration. He's going to get his Darkrai back out. He could take a knockout this turn, but if he doesn't bump our Skyfield, we can easily counter this back to him. There we see a Choice Band. We see a Dark Patch. The only way he can take a knockout here is if he goes for a Dead End GX. And that's actually fine with me. It's not the biggest concern in my life. So he actually discards the Verbeck City Gem, which is probably a big no-no. He definitely wants to keep that Verbeck City Gem in his deck, actually. So we see his Sableye, we see his Shaman, and now he's filling his bench up, which is another big problem for him, because we can find that Mind Jack Zoroark. I'll take a knockout this turn if we need to go that way if needed. So you see Shaman setting up. Compressor. And remember, he's already played 2 lasers, so he needs to find another laser to actually take a knockout with that Dead End GX. Alright, so, but if he bumps our Stadium, we're going to discard, like, the Shaman, probably the Lele, and then the other Lele, keep all the other stuff on the field. So, Dark Energy to Sableye. So, what we're going to see is actually a Junk Hunt, is what I'm thinking right now. Max Elixir, okay. Going to put a Dark Energy in that guy. Now, if he goes for a Junk Hunt here, I definitely think that I want to... I think we just Guzma take a knock on this guy, right? I think that's the best play. I think that is the best play for sure. Alright, so he's got 5 on the bench. He's got 3 more spots. Hasn't played a supporter card yet. Never see a VS Signal. Let's see, does he grab the in here? A Guzma. Alright, so let's see, who does he decide to Guzma up? That is a big question here. He could Guzma up like the Lele, then like, okay, so Shaman. So he's actually going to Dark Cleave for the knockout here. Alright, so that's fine. I'm actually okay with this play, because now we can easily knock him out. We can Ultra Ball for another Pokemon, and just be like, whatever, I don't care too much. We'll send in the Grimer, and we'll see what happens on our turn. So, we find a DCE. I really want to take a knockout with a Zoroark Mind Jack. So I'm going to Ultra Ball, discard the Sycamore and the Inn. to grab a Mind Jack Zoroark. Okay. So grab the Mind Jack Zoroark. We'll put that guy down. We'll put a DC on the Zoroark. I am going to Floatstone one of these Zoroark GXs. It doesn't really matter. And I think I want a VS Sticker for N. I mean, he already has 4 cards. We can get him down to 3. But then he has a knock. Yeah, if we can make him have to knock out this Zoroark, we're actually really good. So I'm just going to VS Sticker for an N and just try to disrupt him somewhat. Now, this could be very, very bad if we miss, like, a Pokemon and or the... Okay, so we got a Choice Band, which is what we needed. No, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yes, we needed the Choice Band, so we got the Choice Band. We'll put that on the Zoroark. We can stand in and take the knockout. So, yeah, that's what we need. We actually need the Choice Band to take a knockout here. So, we will Mind Jack. I kind of want to keep everything in our hand right now. No need to trade. Doing 190. Taking a knockout. Going down to 2 price cards. We find an Ultra Ball and a VS Seeker. Alright. So, my opponent has to deal with this non-EX attacker now. We can Guzma up the Shaman. We have VS Seeker in our hand. Guzma can take out knockout Shaman pretty easily. So, that's really nice. So, yeah, we have double trade as well. So, trade can draw an extra 4 cards this turn. We see a Darkrai, Oranguru. Does our opponent find an in? Here's a Restoration. Oh, boy, he is filling that bench up. All right, so there's another Restoration. Get a Darkrai out. We haven't actually seen the Dark Pulse Darkrai at all. So, see an Instruct for 2. Does our opponent find an in here? He's already played 3 of VS Seeker. Whoa. Whoa, my opponent used a lot of resources. So, there's a Darkrai, Max Elixir. If he does not find anything, we can just, like, bring up whoever and win the game pretty easily. There's a Lele, and I wonder if the Lele is going to grab an in or not. You gotta think it does if he has one in the deck. If he doesn't, then it's pretty much game over. And there's a Juniper, and that is going to be the game. We can pretty much knock out whoever we want to. Right now, Mind Jack is doing 270. No, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 240, 250, 280. 280 damage. We can also put down our Stud Widow, and we can course for 16 cards if we want to. Oh, so Verbic City Gem comes down. Discard the Tapu Lele. Okay, he's gonna put his bench down to 5, but we still... Okay, now we don't take a knockout anymore. Alright, so now we've become into an interesting situation here. So Ultra Ball. I'm going to discard the... Oricorio? Yeah, Oricorio. He definitely wants to take that Night March, looks like. Okay. Doesn't want to lose the Night March. I can't blame him. Alright, so there's a Max Elixir. But if we... I mean, we still have a game here. Like, we 100% still have a game because we can just, like, Guzma up one of these guys to take a knockout with Mind Jack. Yep. Unless he, like, attacks this turn. That's his only way out if he attacks us this turn. So there's a Laser. Laser's not going to matter either because we can just... We can Guzma the stand-in, so it's not going to matter. He's already played a supporter card. Can he Dark Cleave or not this turn? If not, we got VS Seeker Guzma, bring up a Darkrai and win. It's game number 2. Alright, guys. Looks like we are going to take this game. Just waiting for opponent to make a move. Does he go for Junk Hunt? You got to think he's going to. I don't think he has the resources, so actually goes for Confuse Ray. Literally doesn't matter. Because we have VS Seeker for Guzma, which is going to win this game. So we'll VS Seeker for Guzma. Bring up one of his bench Pokemon, easily take a knockout. Now, even if we didn't have Guzma, we have double trade here. We have VS Seeker for Colors. I guess Colors would have won the game either way. But we'll bring up the Darkrai. We'll send up our Zoroark. We'll trade back into the Zoroark, and actually we can just stand in and take a knockout. So yeah, we'll stand in and Mind Jack for the knockout. So there we go. Taking game number 2. Pretty easy. Like I said, this is a pretty easy matchup nowadays. So in Choice Band coming out of the prize card. So one more game left. Alright, 25 tokens. Press done. Did 560 damage. So game number... I think that was literally like 4 turns and we won the game. If I remember correctly. Like this deck is so fast at setting up, and maybe it'll bite me in game number 3 if we don't get set up at all, but I'm feeling pretty confident in this deck. I just have so much fun playing it. Alright guys, so here goes game number 3. It looks like we're playing against Rockman X. He's playing a fighting deck, which is the one downside of this deck, because when you play against fighting, you are in trouble. Alright, so won the coin flip, of course. Yes, we'll go first. On our turn... Let's see what happens. So, once again, with the 4 Lele's and the 2 Bridget, it's going to be pretty uncommon for you not to find a turn 1 bridge in some way, shape, or form. So we will see a mulligan from opponents. Looks like it's a Bronzong deck. Okay, Bronzong will fill their bench up, and then we can easily take knockouts. So yes, there's a Zoroark GX. We'll press done, and there is a Bronzor. Okay, so we'll Lele, use the supporter card. Yeah, we'll use this. Grab Bridget. I'm not even going to look to see what's prized. We're just going to go with it. Definitely should check to see how many Zoras are prized, but I don't really care too much. So Bridget. Wow, okay, well, we got a Zora prized. Alright, so we only have 2 Zoras this game. I think that's still fine. He can't take a knockout this turn unless he does something crazy. And right now, I'm just going to press it down to our opponent's turn. Next turn, what we could do is we can put Zoroark GX in the active, put down Grimer, we can Skyfield, we can do a billion different things, trade, Ultra Ball, Shaman, and just keep this party started. So you see Ultra Ball discarding Bronzong Break, and a Carbink. Alright, so the Carbink kind of makes it interesting, but even with the Carbink, we have the Mind Jack Zoroark, which should take a knockout. We are playing some kind of fighting deck. Is it Excadrill? That's the only thing I can think of that's fighting, maybe. I don't know. Are we just playing like a random deck right now? I have no idea what's going on. Cosmog, Floatstone, Sycamore, okay. Alright, so he discarded a Solgaleo. Solgaleo would actually be impossible for us to knock out. 100% in a Ranger. So, is it just like Solgaleo? Like, just straight up Solgaleo? I don't know. But we hit double Zoroark. Okay, that's good. So, put Zoroark down. Put down Zoroark. Okay, and that's pretty good 2 cards to get. We will... I think I want to trade first to discard the Sycamore. Because I want to find a Guzma and a DC to knock out this guy on the bench. So, we found a Computer Search, which is a really good card to find. We need to trade one more time to discard the Sycamore, draw 2 more cards. Okay, there's a Floatstone, still not what we need. So put down this. We will put down the Grimer. Okay. We'll Ultra Ball, discard the Special Charge and the Floatstone. I am going to grab a Shaman and set up for 3 new cards. We need to either hit a DC or a Guzma. If we hit either one of these with these 3 from Shaman, we're good to go. We're gonna knock out this the Cosmog and make it where he can't have a turn to Solgaleo. So here we go, and we don't find either one. Wow. Alright, so we will Computer Search. I'm gonna discard the Cairn and the N. And yeah, we missed it, unfortunately. Alright, so unless I'm missing something, I don't think we have the turn 1 knockout on the good old Cosmog. Alright, so put a DC on this guy. And I think right now we are just going to Riotous Beating for the knockout. Really no need to bench anything. No need to VS Seeker. Yeah, so we see an N coming to our hand. Okay. Wow. Okay, so no... Oh, man. We had the turn 1 Computer Search, which couldn't find anything. But my opponent puts it on Cosmoman. And that's not good for my opponent. You give us another chance to dig for a Guzma, but now we can't Guzma and attack DC because the active already has a DC. So Bridget, I'm gonna fill his bench up with 3 Pokemon. So just an Aegislash, Metal Energy to the Cosmo, and a Teleport. Alright, so this could make things very interesting for us. Because if he doesn't put down another Pokemon, we lose this game, actually. Yeah, we 100% lose this game if that's the case. If he doesn't put down any more Pokemon, the Aegislash could single-handedly win him this game. Because we do not play a Hex in this deck. Aegislash has that Mighty Shield ability, making where opponents that have special energies cannot hurt it. Yeah. So I think right now we could just pass. Okay. We could dig for a Guzma, bring out the Cosmoman. So, I don't know. I mean, either way, like, if we don't, like, we're in trouble here, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. So double DC coming to our hand. Okay, so we'll do a second trade here. Discard the Grimer. We're looking for a Lele or a Guzma. And we find the Lele, so we will Lele. Yes. We'll grab the Guzma, But if he doesn't put down the Pokemon, we easily lose this game. So we're going to Guzma, bring up this guy, send up our Zoroark, put a DCE, and we will Riot his beating for the knockout, doing 140 damage, going down to 4 prize cards. The $1,000,000 question is, does he put down the Pokemon or not? If he doesn't, I don't see how we win this game. We literally just see him pass and pass and pass, and we have way more cards in discard pile than him, and he'll eventually win this game. So there's a stretcher, okay. Does he put one on the field or one? Be interesting to see where he puts this at. So 3 in the deck, okay. Metal Energy active, and a Sycamore. Alright, does he bench more Pokemon? He could easily just win this game by just not putting on anything. So Parallel City, he's going to put us down to 3. Yeah, so we discard the Shaman, Tapu Lele, and there he puts out a Cosmog, and I definitely think this is a huge misplay. Alright, so on our turn, we will just VS Seeker for a, we actually, oh yeah, there's Guzma. I thought we played Guzma. What happened to it? Oh, wait, guys, we're good to go. We have, oh my goodness, guys, I am silly. We literally have Muck that can win us the game. Oh my goodness. I forgot Muck shuts down to basic abilities. Josh, what are you doing? You literally have a card that can beat him. Sorry, guys. Alright, so we have Muck, which is another good reason why Muck is insane in this deck. So we see another Heavy Ball. Okay. Gonna get a Bronzor out. I mean, if he keeps putting down like these Bronzors and stuff, we're easily gonna take knockouts, and then our last knockout to be this Aegislash. So Choice Band's deactive. N. Okay, N's not gonna hurt us too much. Man, Josh, you are silly. You forgot that you had good old Muck. And speaking of Muck, there he is. There is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Alright, so pass onto our turn. We will Field Blower to get rid of 1 and 2. I think we try to go for a knockout right here. So we'll trade, discard the Acerola. Okay. We could trade again. Yeah, we'll trade again to discard the Zoroark. We get a Zoroark and another Zoroark. Okay. So, we'll put down the Zora. And I think I'm just going to Lele for Wonder Tag and get a Guzma this turn. Yeah, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to grab a Guzma. We're going to Guzma up the Bronzor. And the next we have 3 trades, 3 turns, 3 tries to try to knock out this Aegislash. So, send up our Zoroark. Yeah, man, guys, that was really silly of me. You're probably like, Squeaky, what are you talking about? You can knock out the Aegislash with Muck. And I'm like, you're so right. Alright, so Ultra Ball coming to our hand. As long as we find a Skyfield, we're good to go. We've only played 1, so there's a Metal Energy go to the active. Now you notice I didn't put down the Muck just yet, because that way we can use Shaman if needed, maybe Tapu Lele, to draw more cards. We discard the Field Blower, which is nice for us. There's a Cosmog and an Guru coming down. Okay. Alright, but can we find a Skyfield? If we find a Skyfield, we easily win this turn. So the Stretcher. Okay. How many VS Seekers have we played? 1 VS Seeker. So we could just like knock out the bench guys as well. There's a Bronzor coming down, and there we see the Slash Blast for 100 damage. Alright, so on our turn, what do we find? We find a Choice Band. Okay, that's a good card to draw into. We'll trade, discard the Zoroark, draw 2 cards. Boom, boom. Alright, this is a Stretcher. Alright, so we will trade to discard the Ultra Ball. We really need to find a Skyfield, and we find a Skyfield. So we get the Skyfield. We will Choice Band the active, put down Zoroark, Stretcher, discard pile to hand. We'll grab a Shaman. Okay, we'll Lele, no Wonder Tag, Shaman, set up, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And with the Choice Band and with the Muck, we'll actually take a knockout of this turn. So there's the Muck coming down. We can actually get Sycamore, do more stuff, but we'll just Riot his beating for the knockout. There we go, guys. There's the Zoroark deck. And man, that's another reason why you just have Muck in your deck. I mean, oh my goodness, not Muck. We would have easily lost. We could have lost that game. But regardless, my opponent just benched a bunch of Pokemon. But I guess he must have known what Muck was, and then that's why he benched a bunch of Pokemon, because he knew that we could put down Muck at any point because he saw the Grimer. But guys, there we go. Man, goodness, I was like so worried for a second that we were going to lose that game because we didn't play Hacks. But then I'm like, duh, we have Muck with shit ton of abilities. What are you doing, Josh? But guys, there we go. There's the Zoroark deck. I mean, every game, literally just play 3 games straight. We could probably play another one and the same stuff will happen. Unfortunately, like I said, I lost it to the finals against a Lycanroc deck, so I don't know. But guys, here we go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know which one's better, this or the Lycanroc version. I'm not sure just yet. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a fantastic Saturday. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to learn more about this deck, go watch the video from Wednesday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.